going to meet our amazing speaker. Joining us today is Unaisa Abdullahi. She's a professional marketer, public speaker, servant leader, and also a youth advocate leader. Wow, that's a lot. So, as the head of marketing at Atma Brandtech, she plays she brings a wealth of experience, and passion to the role. With her experience, Onesa will be helping us understand why digital literacy is such a game changer in both our personal and professional lives. Um, Please let's welcome Onaisha Abdullahi, our guest speaker for today's webinar. Onaisha, the floor is yours. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mariam. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Tama, for all the concise enlightenments on Hatma Brandtech, and it is a privilege to be a part of such a lovable, inspiring, and visionary family. Thank you so much. You know, we are talking about digital, and it just dawned on me that I got to know all of you here digitally. We've never met, including with Mr. Tama. I've never seen him physically. I have never met Mariam physically. But digital literacy connects us. We got connected through that statement, digital literacy, because there's a common shared value and purpose. So, when this topic was given to me by Mr. Tama, I just told him, I said, Mr. Tama, this is your line of experience, of course. He said, no, Onesa, I believe you can do justice to this. So I will try within the level of my ability, with the little knowledge that God Almighty has blessed me with, to do justice to this topic. You know, I just wrote something down. I'm going to read it out. Then I give Mariam the floor to take us charge and to turn us the way she wants to turn us, like the way Hilda Basi was turning her jollof rice. So digital literacy refers to the ability to reflect responsibly, effectively digital technologies such as computers, smartphones, and the internet to access, evaluate, create, and communicate information. And some words captured my attention. Those words are responsibility as a key, ability is there, effectiveness is there, right? And there's communication, and there's evaluation. These are not just mere sentences. These are not just mere words. They are worlds of knowledge hidden within these words. And it takes a visionary mind, somebody that is purposeful, someone that has intention, someone with a long vision to be able to identify these hidden words. You know, in every definition, there are key elements, there are keywords that make and sum up the definition of every statement. There are a lot of statements, there are a lot of words there, but there are some certain keywords that always highlight definition. So this is just a very short review of what I see, as digital literacy. Because it is beyond browsing. It is not just about browsing. There's so much more that is embedded within the body of digital literacy. And I'm sure with time, Mariam and I, with the rest of the viewers, are going to unpack what is hidden behind this word, digital literacy. I know once people saw that topic, a lot of people will be curious. Could this one a primary 3 topic now? Or this is just a secondary school topic? But no, a lot of us are not digital literate. And you will only get to find out through the course of this conversation. And then you will see whether we are really digital literate or we are just digitally present. Mariam, this is my take.
Right. Thank you, Lisa, for introducing us to digital literacy. In fact, you just answered my first question. I wanted that what comes to mind when you hear digital literacy. But first of all, I want to know if it's not only just me and you that's doing the talking. So please, if you're here with us, I want to see your message in the chat. Let me see your comments. let me just ask the question, Jenna. What comes to mind when you hear digital literacy? Apart from Onesa, I want other people from the CEO, Mr. Ridwan, then we have real is it Z real saying Z Lashon, then Nigeria real Togel. So please, I want you guys to answer what comes to mind when you hear digital literacy. So let me know if it's not just me and the speaker that's in the conversation. We're going to be interactive. We are going to learn and we are going to unlearn, learn and relearn. Am I correct?
Mm.
So please, I want to see a message in the comments. The chat burst. Sorry.
In
With me, my data is on 24 hours. The only time you don't get to see me online is when my data is finished. That is when you don't get to see me online, and it doesn't immediately it's finished. I will have to get another data. So due to the nature of my job, I work as an executive and a virtual assistant, which requires me to be online. And also, because I work with a media company as well, that also requires me to be online all the time. There was a time we were having a meeting with my boss. I remember he saying he was asking a date for a particular event and he wasn't really sure. He needed to attend in Ghana. And I immediately said, I saw the president of the Marketing of Institute in Ghana posted on his LinkedIn page. He said, Unaisa, you know, because you literally live online. And that's true. That is why whenever he wants someone to do research for him, he just tell me, Unaisa, you like to be online. You love to be online. So go and do your research on so and so. I never knew I was even good at research. He was the one that told me, said, you are really good with research. You go a long way. When people see some certain abilities in you that you yourself don't even recognize, you're just going and you're just doing your stuff because you enjoy doing them. In terms of content, what do I consume? I mostly 80% of what I do online is that I am seeking for knowledge from one leadership platform to another leadership platform to marketing. In fact, if I enter LinkedIn today, 99% of the posts I will come across is either leadership or marketing because the things I kind of consume has helped me filter my feed. So I do more of learning and then the remaining, should I say, okay, let me say 80-20. 80 for learning and development and then 20 for entertainment. And even the entertainment self, when I was trying to do some analysis, it's still educational content. So, well, it is what it is. It's just what I love. I hope that answered your question, Mariam.
Okay, so the next question is, which digital skill do you wish you had mastered earlier?
Please read the question again.
Um, which digital skill you wish you had mastered earlier?
Okay, in terms of digital skills that I wish I had mastered earlier is UXI design and Adobe Illustrator, how to even navigate that particular tool. Because just a few days ago, I did a design using AI, and when that particular design I got was not, I would not be able to edit it to a particular way I wanted it, and because I could not edit it, I I had to look for someone that knows how to do that knows how to use Adobe Illustrator to be able to do the same design with the range of color exact in an editable form, like a template, so that we can edit it and play around with it. Imagine if I had known how to do it. I wouldn't be looking for people that knows how to do it. Even the one that knows how to do it is my friend, and he's quite very busy. It's not as if he couldn't do it for me, but he was busy and he will not be able to give me the thing that I need at that time. And I had a platform, my CDS group, where I'm the president. So I went to my hackathon team lead. I said, Olivia, please get me someone that knows how to use Adobe Illustrator in your team. Because they are body of digital literate people. They are the engineers, the computer engineers, and all that. They are the techie people. And she was like, Unesa, honestly, I don't think there's anybody that knows how to use Adobe Illustrator among them. Nobody is indicating. Is it that maybe they don't know it probably, or maybe, some people, they don't like coming forward to showcase whatever it is that they have. So for me, I wish I knew that. And also I know I would say graphic design, which I am trying to do it. All these things I'm talking about is not really the main thing I want to do with my life. But Cite something not for money's sake, but it's what really fulfills me because it helps bring out the creativity in me, the creativity part of me. So I will go with Adobe Illustrator, and then I will go with what do you call this thing? Photography and video editing. I love those things.
Thank you for your response. Unaisa, over to you. What's one digital tool or platform that has boosted your productivity at work?
Okay, the digital tool that has boosted my productivity at work is, oh my God, what an irony. I never thought I would say this someday, is AI. The reason I'm laughing and I'm saying ironic is because just 2 years ago, I was I was never in support of that tool. I said, AI, never in my life. It's going to take away what I have upstairs. No, I'm not going to use it. Like some of my colleagues in class, I was in my final year, and they were like, I use AI. I say, AI, you don't get brain, you use AI. Why would you be relying on something like write your own first? Along the way, one day I resisted AI. I resisted AI by all means. Like everything that lives inside of me resisted using AI. ChatGPT to be precise. Then one day I said, let me just try this thing. Say, what is it about this AI that everybody's hyping? Then ChatGPT was hot and I used it. I started using it. Okay, I saw that the information it was giving me was a bit broader, it was holistic, and there are varieties of information that I could enhance and I could just use. I had accessibility to so much information, elaborate information, more than that of Google search engine. I was like, wow. To be honest with you, fast forward to now AI to whatever it's whether ChatGPT, whether Canva, whether anything. Instagram now has AI, WhatsApp has AI, Facebook has AI. To be honest with you, AI and I are 5 and 6. ChatGPT to be precise. ChatGPT and I are 5 and 6. They are like friends. I communicate more with ChatGPT than I communicate with any other human being in this world as at this year, to be honest, because of the nature of my work and what I do. So you can imagine. So I can say that that's a go for me. And yeah, Canva, I am enjoying using Canva now a lot of the time because I do a little bit of design, for my own, especially with MCAN. I do help design some flyers and all of that. So, and I'm thankful Mr. Tama is helping me, putting me through that as well. Thank you so much, Mr. Tama. So this is just me. This is my response on related to that. So you can see, I'm talking about sorry to cut you short. Talking about digital literacy. I was just reflecting on the topic. I was like, so even me, said that time, I had a problem with this digital literacy. Yes, now it is the truth because you are resisting something that is in trend. And this is why we are discussing this topic, how we resist things that are in trend. And today, AI is going forward, AI is enhancing, AI is revolutionizing the world. If I tell you what I saw just few days ago, just few days ago, I saw a digitally made dress. A lady was wearing. I'm going to share the video with you and you put it on the platform. A digitally made dress, the design of the dress changes and the color of the dress changes. One dress. So I was now like, that means Gucci has to start thinking ahead. All these big brands, they have to start thinking ahead. Balenciaga, they have to start thinking ahead. Clothing brands, they have to start thinking ahead because there's so much that is happening and the future is right in front of us, whether we like it or not. Technology is here to stay and is going nowhere. So this is just my take, Maria.
Moving on to the next question. If you were hiring, how will you test a candidate's digital literacy? Okay, let's say for instance we are to hire Mohammed into Hatma Tech. Sorry, Mohammed, I have to use your name. If you're to hire him and you're the HR, how will you test the how will you test his digital?
If I am hiring me, I don't like to do what everybody is doing. I don't care about, sometimes just few months ago. I'm sorry, I'm always using storytelling. I'm a marketer, so don't blame me, please. You know, someone reached out to me, a particular youth that I am, or that is part of the community that I am managing currently. So he said he needed a job. I said, what are you doing currently? He said he's a student. He just finished his ND. He's about to go for his 1 year IT. So I had this, my boss, one of my boss that asked me, please, Unesa, I need somebody that can be I need an intern. He said, because the pay for the job is just 70,000. He cannot pay above 70,000. So basically, he cannot hire somebody that is a graduate. In Lagos, they will not take that amount, 70,000. And he mentioned the vicinity. So that boy was a perfect choice. I called him and I said, okay, what do you do for a living? What is your current job role? He said, yeah, he's currently doing a security job. I was like, wow, you do a security job? He said, yes. I said, why did you just do a security job? Young guy, it's not really common in our generation. And I respected him for that. He said, because he doesn't have anything to do, I need to sponsor himself in school. I said, all right. So I was like, what if the job is not going to pay you up to what they are paying at your security post? He said he's okay, so long as the job will give him more experience in terms of what he's reading in school, that is marketing. And I said to him, please send me your CV. Do you know what this guy did? In this age and time, God forgive me, how can somebody snap a CV and send to me black and white? And it was blurry. Oh my God. And I asked him, I said, the man I connected you with, my boss, I connected you to my boss. I respect that man. And I said, is this what you sent to that man? He said, yes. I said, oh, you have killed me. I immediately called my boss. I said, sir, how far has he reached out? He said, yes, he has reached out. I was asking him a question. Another thing, that is number one for me. I'm trying to get to this point, is communication. And look at your communication skills. It's very, very important. I don't care the skills that you have. No matter the skills you have, if you don't know how to communicate, is a problem for me. Because the person that can communicate, I can teach, I can as well enroll him to learn that skills. But communication is key in everything that we do, whether verbally, whether orally. Communication is key across every profession. Communication is very, very important. That is why the world is turning upside down today, because a lot of us lack the ethics of communication, basic communication. Because that communication alone is part of digital literacy. Yes, it is. Do you know today, because when you use ChatGPT, when you ask for ChatGPT to give you a particular prompt, ChatGPT gives you response based on the level of your knowledge, based on your ability to communicate, based on the instruction, how far the instruction you're able to give ChatGPT is how much you can stretch ChatGPT to be able to go and think beyond. If you give ChatGPT a low, a background or surface prompt, he will give you a surface response. That's it. So communication is a goal for me. Communication is very essential. So what am I saying? That thing he sent to me, why did I say communication, Mariam? That screenshot, or rather that photo of CV in this age and time that he sent to me, he is communicating, non-verbal communication. And that alone tells me what kind of person you are and how you think. Because in this age and time, I even had to send him my CV. I said, look at his CV. Please go and put this picture you sent to me, go and put it in document form and send it. Learn how to represent yourself. This is your personal brand we are talking about. If you don't, it's the way you address and and see yourself. That is how I'm going to treat you. This is not me trying to tell you to be pompous or to have pride. No, it has nothing to do with pride. It has something to do with personal branding, your identity as an individual. When I see you or when I communicate with you, what am I seeing? What am I hearing? I won't judge you based on those things. I went to an interview some few months ago, I think before fasting, or was it during fasting? The first thing they told me, Mariam, was give us all your social media handles. After I finished auditioning, they asked for all my social media handles. I was like, I have nothing to hide and I have nothing to be ashamed of. I gladly gave it to them. And when I checked, I even had more digital footprint than them. I'm sure Mr. Tama can remember this story.
Yes, I remember.
Thank you. So this is just my take. I mentioned that In the course of this conversation, we will realize and obey whether this digital literacy of a thing that we are discussing is just for the foundational student or for just, for kindergartens. And now we have come to actually realize that a lot of us need digital literacy. We need the knowledge and how to navigate. We need to understand what it means to be digitally literate. We need to have that knowledge. We need to have that foundation. No matter how old we are, no matter the experience, if you lack the basic courtesy of navigating this media space, be it digitally, be it technologically, be it how you use these art tools, really it will either stand for you or it will stand against you.
Before I ask the next question, do you believe most people are digitally literate? Because we have a difference between digitally literate and digitally present. Vanessa, please can you just give us the difference between digitally literate or digitally present before I ask the next question? Digitally
Okay,
literate, digitally present.
digitally literate. That guy that you just mentioned that went for an interview is digitally present, but he was not digitally literate. Why wasn't he digital literate? From the example you gave, I'm trying to make it short because of time. From the example you gave, the company says that what he posts online does not align with their company's value because the company is putting their brand identity, what they stand for, in the hands of an individual. And we don't even have idea what you posted there. Probably, the young youths, the youth exuberance of these days. I'm a youth, and sometimes when I see my people doing something, I'm a youth advocate, it pains my heart, it breaks my soul. You can imagine somebody smoking weed and you're snapping picture, your hands down, your boxers is halfway outside, you are snapping picture, you put on singlet, you put on you're doing like this. Who are you posting for? Whose validation are you seeking, for crying out loud? In the peak of your career, you're just starting in the foundational stage of your career. All you could think of is how to smoke weed and post pictures. Sometimes you hold the bottle of beer and you just reason it. There's a guy I met on just some days ago, some months ago. I went to eat in a restaurant, and the guy says that he takes alcohol, but he never does it online. So he said for one day he was in the bar, he took alcohol and he snapped a picture. He now posted the picture on WhatsApp. There's this client that he has. He's a barber. The client always comes to him to say, and he pays him handsomely, despite the fact that he pays him more than the amount for the services. Since the day he posted that bottle of beer on his WhatsApp status, that man stopped patronizing him. He said, I know that you drink, but for the fact that you can come and showcase it to the media, to the public, it means you have no sense of shame, and I will not allow you to touch my head. That was how he lost that loyal customer. So digital literacy is beyond just posting, is beyond tagging, is beyond likes. Digital literacy is for you to have the ability, the knowledge, the wisdom on how to navigate your social media presence, how to navigate the social media tools, not social media tools, digital tools that we use. Whatever tool it is that we are using, how to use it responsibly is what shows that you are digitally present. I can say I'm digitally present. Not I would say boldly that I am digitally present. Not present, I am digitally um sorry, let me literate rather, yeah. I am both present and I'm literate because when you go on Google, you search Next Abdullahi, all my social media accounts are going to pop up. You will see them. That is my digital presence. For literacy, I know that within the wisdom that God has blessed me with, I try my possible best to safeguard my name and my personal brand because it's important to me. It's not just for me, it's for the future generation that I'm going to bring into this world. So it is very crucial for us to forget and not pay attention to being digitally present. Rather, let's look forward to being literate. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I don't think I need to ask the next question because the next question that says, what's the difference between using the internet and leveraging the internet? And I believe, Onaisha, do you still want to talk more on it? Because you already said from this question,
Everything, I
like
think it's just the relevance. We've talked about relevance. We've talked about the effect of not being relevant.
Yeah. So, Onaisha, how do you see digital literacy shaping opportunities in the next 5 years?
Okay, in the next 5 years, the world is evolving day by day, every second. Things are changing. The information, they as at now, whatever we know that is happening, by tomorrow it has changed, or maybe in the next few hours it has changed. That is how digital, that's how technology, or should I say, whatever digitally inclined is revolutionizing the world and changing everything, in the economy, both economically, politically, everywhere. So, the most important thing right now is, are we aligning to the trend, to what is happening, to the future? Are we aligning? Because when we are measuring, these technology tools, whatever it is that's going on in the tech space, Nigeria is still, developing in that aspect. For example, America uses tap and swap card, credit card. In Nigeria, we are still struggling with POS. How many years? If they come to Nigeria now, if some foreigners come to Nigeria, they struggle. Like, what is POS? They are shocked. Like, they look at us like some villagers. Like, what is going on? In what world are you guys living in? So I think, there are actions that, there are things that we really need to do. We just need to be relevant. There's this thing called relevance. Your relevance, and you have to create that relevance for yourself, determines whether you see yourself in the future or you will be left behind. There's this myth going on right now. A lot of people are going to lose their jobs. AI is taking over. AI is taking over nothing. I don't believe in that myth. I don't believe in it. It's how relevant you make yourself will determine whether AI will take over you or not. So you have to just align. But the world is changing. The world has changed. It is changing. We are already seeing the future. The future is near. So we just keep trying and striving and keep aligning with the changes that are happening. Our parents sometimes they can't even meet up. If you check the Generation X, the baby boomers, they are trying to meet up. They are even still struggling with WhatsApp and all that. So they are trying to navigate those tools. So we just have to try to be able to align with what is happening going forward. This is just my take on that.
All right, thank you. So, to the last question, and it's only for you, Unaisa, and so you
Okay.
could give your speech as a speaker so that we can. We want to tap more. I wish we can just continue talking because I love you speaking. So, but because of time, but I guess
Definitely.
next time. So, Unaisa, if you could give one tip, should I say one or okay, you can give more than one. If you give
Okay.
a tip to yourself about technology, what would it be? A tip to yourself about technology, what would it be?
Technology to myself. Let me read how do you okay, can you read the question again? Let me understand it. Let me get it. I'm not getting it.
Give I'm not saying one tip again. If you could give tips to yourself about technology, what would it be?
The tips I would give to myself about technology is what I gave to myself few years ago that I shared with us here about me resisting using AI. We have to be open-minded. Open-mindedness is what opens doors, and closed-mindedness is what closes a lot of doors for us. We limit ourselves, we shadow and cloud our judgments many a times. That is why we are still backward. And it pains me a lot that the world is moving forward, but we are not aligning. You aligning to what is happening does not mean you have to break your religious vows or you have to break no. But when things need you to break cultural, sometimes the things we do, they're not even religiously aligned. It's culturally aligned. So what is the problem? The world is changing. It will not wait for you. So we have to be self-aware. We have to be self-aware no matter what. Self-awareness is the greatest gift any human being can give themselves. Nobody will come and give you that. You have to sit down and teach yourself that. You have to understand your strengths. You have to understand where you are lacking. You have to do constantly what do you call it, character assessment on yourself, and also ask for the opinions of people that are genuine with you. Because if we are not open-minded, that is like a suicide mission, not being open-minded. See the possibilities in things. Look at what happened recently. When Hilabasi said she's going to cook the biggest pot of jollof rice, what happened? Some people say she's crazy. Some people say it's not possible. Some people say before you finish cooking, the pot will break. Did she do it or not? She did it because she has what? She has self-awareness. She knows who she is. She knows the power that she carries. So please do not cloud your judgment. Wherever you are, don't cloud your judgment, and do not deny the world of the sweetness of you as an individual. Allow the world to tap into the world of knowledge, to drink from the ocean of wisdom that God has blessed you with. Like Mr. Tama told me, and I will share it. Onesa, the world is waiting to hear your voice. Don't keep it waiting for too long. And I am sharing this beautiful piece with you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Unaisa, for the tips. In fact, just sharing the tips. It's like we actually tapped from your experience, and I would love to learn more from you. Don't worry, you see me in your DMs. I don't connect. I don't really love for joining us first. You truly did an amazing job with it. Thank you so much for trusting and joining us. And I would love to say this that we would love to grow with you. Please follow us on Instagram, on other social media platforms, and engage with us. We have a lot to offer, and we know you will also love to join to grow with us.